Today is the first session for Success Factor. These are like, if you want to contact the number at the email ID, it is mentioned in this here. So you can have in the later on the last slide also after this. So I'll start. Just give me a second. Okay. So what is like the agenda which are having like for 2 or 3 sessions as of now? That is what is the employee central core structure we are having. How do we implement EC? What are the iterations we will be having in the implementation? How we will do the testing? Basically, what is the main topic that is the foundation data and how this is related to the SAP HCM because some of you like also worked on to the SAP HCM. Okay, most of the clients which we are having as of now in from the USA, from India, from and like global clients which we are having. So most of them like are using the SAP HCM. How they are migrating their legacy system that is SAP HCM to this SAP SuccessFactor. So we would like to know and we would understand it how this migration will happen and that is from the legacy to the current system of the success factor. So there are some important points that we are having as of now. That is the foundation data workbooks, which is very important in while playing a role in the success factor because this will have the workbooks like each and every information from the legacy to the current system of success factor. What is the position management, job profile builder? Some of you like also are from RCM, so you know about the job profile builder also and the position management workbook. So I'll start firstly with the employee central core structure. Okay, so you can see here that is the foundation data. Okay, anyone like from your side like who has worked on to the company structure from SAP HCM? Anybody worked on that? Okay. No problem. So foundation data is basically like the org structure. Org structure means like there is a hierarchy in the company. It means like you are at the recruiter level, you reports to someone like as a to the your manager, that is a recruitment manager. Recruitment manager is reporting to director. Director is reporting to someone. Okay. So in this is the hierarchy that is called the position hierarchy. Similar way, we are having the org structure in which the hierarchy is totally depend on to the objects, which is what is objects like legal entity. Legal entity is a company code. So I'll tell you the one example. For an example, I'll take the example of Reliance. Okay, Reliance is having the main unit or the main legal entity which they are having. There are some business unit also. Business unit means under the legal entity what we are having. That is Reliance Trend, some other Reliance capitals, and these all things like under the Reliance. So in the similar way, we have the org structure in the foundation data. What is the job structure we are having? For an example, the as of now we are having there is a one job functionality that is the recruiter for which we are doing hiring. Second is the recruitment manager. So in the similar way, we will have the job structure. Similarly, as per like of the positions what we are having in the system, so we will define the pay structure also. Pay structure is having like of the pay grades. Are you able to see this one? Can anyone tell me?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, and also like in duration of any like in between of my any conversation or the explanation, if you guys feel like to ask any question, please ask. In the last also we will have the 5 to 10 minutes Q&A session. But before that, if you have any question, please let me know. We will do that. Okay, so after pay structure, we will have some sort of custom structures also. It means like somebody wants to make some custom objects or custom things in the success factor, so we can have the leverage to make that custom objects also onto the foundation data. So as of now, we are having basic, that is the org structure, job structure, and pay structure. If anybody wants uh, from your side at what is the base of the employee central core or the success factor. So that is the org structure, job structure, and pay structure in which we are make the system enablement, and we will do the implementation for them. Okay, second point is the employee data. I think you, if you are referring each of the points like from your because everybody like in my session is from the same background, that is from the HR and from the SAP. So if you can refer your employee data, that is what is personal info portlets. It means like your biographical information, your phone information, your email, your social accounts. That is your personal information which we are having. So after foundation data, we this is basically the architecture, or what we can say, how the EC is working in the success factor. So I'm explaining that part. In foundation data, that is already explained you, that is org structure, job structure, and pay structure. Afterwards, we will focus on to the employee data. That is what are the personal information portlets and what are the job and employment information portlets. It means like in the personal information, we will be having around biographical, phone, email,
Hello.
and the if hello.
I'm sorry to interject.
Yes,
Actually, I got this link, and this is about human capital. I'm leaving because I have to join the GRC batch. It was a
no
wrong
problem.
link sent to me. Yeah,
No
thank you,
problem
thank you.
with it. No problem. So, from here onwards, like employee data, what is the employee data? Can anyone like having any reference from your current system in your company with the employee data? As I explained, that is the personal information which you are maintaining in the if somebody is like from the recruitment background, so that they will complete the personal information and the job employment information before hiring or after hiring of any of the employee. Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, Urvashi.
like I do after like I do onboarding orientation process.
Mhm.
So in the personal data, we will take their that is mentioned ID cards. We take
Okay.
that their
Mhm.
emergency contacts number, in which
Mhm.
organization they are past in working, their phone
Mhm.
numbers, email IDs,
Okay.
and this kind of details we're taking from them.
Okay.
So I do work on the employee data management. Like I'm a part of employee data management. So we will deal with the cost centers, BU, SBU, legal
Great.
entities, and as well as position ID creation.
Hmm.
And we will work on this, what you can say, BU and SBU as well. So now coming to this personal information portraits.
Hmm.
So yes, correct. We are working on the national IDs updates. Like completely, we are working on the employee data itself. So,
Okay.
but not with the payroll part.
Great.
So, so here personal data address, yes, we will do that one as well
Okay.
because we will upload the data.
As Kiran has mentioned about like of the cost center and BUs,
Yeah,
that is a
the
business
cost
unit, and
center
hmm.
will be the there will be a combination of like five eight digits will be there. First four digits will be the location, which is
Correct.
called OU, and then
Hmm.
the last will be the four codes will be the BU part, like which business related to. There will be different types of projects will be there, right?
Yeah.
So in that
That is
projects,
uh, that
yeah,
is totally, Kiran, depend on to the client requirement, because some
yes,
of the
correct.
clients will require that initially the call center will have the four what we can say the letters from the call centers and other than from the BU. So we will
Okay.
have that also like in the system. Also, other than this, we will have the similar call center. For an example, we are using the call center that is for Delhi location. So we will maintain the Delhi as a cost center there on the basis of the location. So it's totally
Oh,
depend on to the location.
correct. So in the Delhi also there will be different types of locations will be
Yeah,
there. Like
correct.
one employee will be in different location.
Hmm.
For example, if you take Hyderabad, some people will be working Madhapur, some people will be there in the different location. At the type for location part also there will be like IN65, IN79. Like there
Hmm.
will be different types, but in our organization like we are maintained like that. So that is a combination of first four digits will be the OU organization
Okay.
unit and last will be the BU.
Great to hear from you that you guys like are having the I think the reference from the success factor to your current system. Okay, that is I think more relevant to understand the success factor architecture also. Okay, so if now we'll talk about non-effective dated and effective dated. Okay, what is non-effective dated? It means like your biographical, your phone information, or maybe the email or the social accounts will be non-effective dated, will not change with the date. if what is effective data, your like the personal data, your address, dependents, and the bank accounts. So these are the effective data which we are having in the personal information. Now in the job information, if we'll talk about, so non-recurring pay, that later on I'll explain each and every point. As of now, from the overview perspective, that is what is having the non-recurring pay components and the termination and the employment. It means like when the person is coming into the company, so his employment information, that is like his hire date, his date of that we can say date of joining, or maybe the hire date, what is his employee ID, that we will record into the employment information. And in the job information, what we will record, that his manager, his direct reporting manager, his business unit, his cost center, his all information regarding to terms of like of the position, we will capture into the job portlet. So these are the employee data in which we will consist like each and everything from the employee post joining the organization. So this is the employee data. Event and event reasons. These I will explain because this is the very different topic, and this is very vast topic to understand. Event and event reason. Event is basically like if you can talk about like of the termination. So termination is basically a one event. Now termination is on the basis of voluntary or non-voluntary. That is totally depend on to the event reason. So somebody is due to the what we can say, due to the salary reason, due to the medical reason. These are the event reasons we can say. And event is a termination. So there are some specific events which is derived from the SAP. We cannot change the that events. We can not add also like the events in the system, but we can make several event reasons under the different events. So this we can called as a cascading of the event and event reason. Should this is about like a what we can say, the hiring is having different event reasons, termination will having different event reasons. So this will drive in that way. I will explain the later different topic or different session of the event reason. That is totally a vast session. Now we will have the important section of workflow. I will cover this also, like this is a very vast topic of workflows. It means like for approving of the, I'll take the example of the cost center also. So what is cost center firstly? So basically a recruiter is working under this project for any of the client. Okay. So this is the cost center which we have maintained for that specific client or maybe specific location, under which there is a specific cost is derived for that person, for whole team. So that is a call center which we are having in the company, and that is totally depend on to the legal entity, that is totally depend on to the business unit, and these all things. Okay, so for approving of any of the cost center, if you are changing any person like from location Delhi to Gurgaon or to Bangalore, so there is a workflow. Workflow means like some approvers are needed. I'm transferring some person like from maybe the location wise, or maybe the pay wise, or maybe any of the reason which we are having in the company. So we need a approval onto the workflow. So there would be several approvers also, or single approver also. Maybe the manager is an approver for any of the workflow, or maybe the HR VPs or the HR for, operations, or like for any of the person like which we are having in the company, we can make the approvers there. The department head, division head, these can be approvers here. Any questions like you were having on to the workflow and employee data? Okay, no problem. In the last, we will have the QA session also. So these are the people profile. This is the UI basically, people profile. Like EC portlet and EC portlet is standalone portlet. These how portlets will look like. Okay, so now I already talked about like the whole structure. I will now demonstrate from the system perspective that how it looked like, the UI, how it looked like, and everything which I have explained to you. Okay, just give me a second.